A very good evening to all of you and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, the most comprehensive preparation app for all exams. So as we all know that at 7 p.m. we come up with the Hindu editorial analysis and it is in front of you, you can see. So today we'll be discussing about the important articles of the Hindu and the important editorials also. So if I'm audible, just write in the comments that yes sir, you're audible. Am I audible, guys? Of the Hindu and the important editorials also. Yes. So let's start with today, that is Monday, 25th July. Okay. Yes. So basically the important articles which are in front of you is there was an article on first page talking about high alert as Delhi reports monkeypox. Then there was an achievement of Neeraj Chopra also mentioned in the first page. And there was an article regarding Govind, Ramnath Govind highlights climate crisis. So these things we will be discussing. First, let's start with Neeraj Chopra's achievement first. Okay, now, so let's start with Neeraj Chopra. He won gold medal last year. I hope you are aware. He won gold medal in javelin throw. Okay. Yes. So basically, this is a rod which is called as javelin actually. Last year in Tokyo Olympics, he won gold medal, but very recently in World Athletics Championship. So you can see it here, a World Athletics Championship held in Oregon in US. In Oregon, there's a city called as Eugene City. He won actually a silver medal. So by throwing 88.13 meter, he won a silver medal. So is everything clear or is there any problem, guys? Some people are writing, is there a problem? I think everything is crystal clear, hopefully. Yes. So let's see more about where exactly this city actually lies, this Eugene, Oregon, where this World Athletics Championship happened. I'll be showing it here. Okay. First of all, let's discuss about World Athletics Championship. So World Athletics Championship are actually biennial athletics. Biennial means any event which happens after every 2 years. Okay. Yes. So athletics competition organized by World Athletics. Okay. So just remember it. And for the first time, it was inaugurated in 1983. And this time it happened in USA in a, you can say, a province called as Oregon. Yes. So where exactly it is, let me show you in the map. So here is India. Then here you will find is USA or United States of America. Now let's discuss more about USA. So here is USA. This state on the western province, this is called as OR. You are seeing it. This is called as Oregon. Oregon is a province or what we call in India as a state. And in this state, there's a city called as Eugene City, where this event happened, where Neeraj Chopra actually won silver medal in World Athletics Championship. So hopefully it is very much crystal clear. I tried my best to explain this in a very crystal clear way. Okay, so this was about Mr. Neeraj Chopra. Now let's discuss about this one, that is Ramnath Govind highlights climate crisis. I hope you are aware. He is the outgoing president of India, or yesterday means till yesterday he was the president of India, and today you can say Draupadi Murmu took oath as the new president of India. Yes. So in his last farewell speech or in the last address, he talked about climate crisis. So he says that we must take care of our environment for the sake of our children. It means he's saying, yes, of course, for the coming generation, is talking about that if environment is over harmed, then for the next upcoming generation, the children will be affected. Our children, when our children will become, again, so he's saying means that the next generation will be affected a lot. So that is why, for the sake of our children, for the coming generation, we have to save this environment. So he says Mother Nature is in deep agony and climate crisis can endanger the very future of this planet. As the first citizen of India, I have to give one advice to my fellow citizen. It is this, he added. So please remember one thing, there's a GK fact here. Who is the first citizen of India? If the question is being asked, who is the first citizen of India? So the answer would be very simple, the President of India. So whosoever is the president of India, he is considered as the first citizen of India. Just remember it. Okay, is it clear? Please remember these facts because these facts can be asked in examination somehow or the other. Okay, yes. Now let's move on to another article which was there in first page. High alert as Delhi reports monkeypox cases. So let's discuss about it. India's fourth case has been reported recently, and it has no history of foreign travel. So if you see it carefully, right now the maximum cases you will find is in Spain. So it's almost 3,025 cases, and others you can see is that. So Delhi confirmed its first case. I mean, in Delhi there was the first case was found in Sunday, and I hope you are aware. We have discussed in yesterday's previous classes that public health emergency of international concern was declared by WHO, World Health Organization, right? About monkeypox. So monkeypox has been declared as public health emergency of international concern. So the person who has been, I can say, found with this symptom has been, I can say, separated, or you can say isolated in Loknayak Jayaprakash Hospital in Delhi. Okay, just be aware of it. Yes, 25 July to 25 July, right, Ashish Sharma, right. Good, good. Yes, President is the first citizen of India. I think many people have answered it. Good. Yes. Now, let's move on to the first page. Of course, the first page, the Hindu, and this is the, you can say, second half of the first page. Okay, and the second half of first page contains two articles. The first is AP, that is Andhra Pradesh on alert as water rises in Godavari. And this is an article, wind power rates may bottom out. These two were actually important articles. So let's discuss about this one. AP, that is Andhra Pradesh on alert as water rises in Godavari river. Water may hit first warning level today. Official ready rescue and relief material. So basically, you can say it is being talked about that you can say the water is rising, it may cause floods and all. So with water level in the Godavari on a steady rise, thanks to more spells of rain in the catchment area of Andhra Pradesh, in catchments in Andhra Pradesh, a flood alert has been issued to tribal inhabitants by the river banks. Okay, so first of all, second, it is talking about water level in Godavari tributaries had also increased, and the discharge from Polavaram project was about 6.7 lakh cusecs and all, which so basically they are saying that the water level is rising. So let's first talk about where exactly it is. So this is Andhra Pradesh. Let me change the color of the pen. So explain you. Yes, here is Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and you will find it here. Actually, this river Godavari comes like this. Okay, and on Godavari you will find this Polavaram project or Polavaram dam. So basically this Godavari comes, and it has a lot of tributaries. So let's say it has a lot of tributaries. So this entire region is called as catchment area. Okay, catchment area means area of the river, its tributaries and around it. So that is what is being discussed here. So they're talking about catchment area and all, right? So the chances of floods getting is higher, and that's they're talking about Polavaram project. So this is Andhra Pradesh, you can see it here. And here the river, actually Godavari river comes somewhere here, and here you will find this Polavaram project. In fact, today there was an editorial also talking about the same. I would say in op-ed page, there was an article talking about politics over Polavaram. So Polavaram is a, you can say, dam, you can see it here. Here it is on Godavari river. Okay. So I think it's very crystal clear, hopefully. Yes. Okay. Now let's move on to some other topic. On the first page, there was an article, as I have told you. Here it is. Wind power rates may bottom out. So this was an article which was mentioned here. So now let's discuss more about it. So the sub headline says Center to stop reverse auctioning. So what exactly it is, I'm going to tell you. But before that, you have to understand one thing. Wind power, this is how wind power is generated, through the help of, you can say, windmill and all. So whenever this is mostly you will find in the region where there is more ocean and all, so that it can convert more wind energy. There is a huge, you can say, wind there near the oceans and all. And then wind energy can be converted into other sources of energy. Like for example, in Denmark and all, it is very famous. Now, there is a target of India. India has committed to install 60,000 megawatt, or you can say 60 gigawatt of wind energy by 2022. This is what the author has discussed. But it has met only 2/3 of the target. So if we are talking about 2/3 means, let's say this, our target is 60 gigawatt, means 60,000 megawatt. But we have reached only 40 gigawatts of target. And we are still in, I can say, half of 2020 is over. So that is why the author is saying that by the end of 2022, it is very difficult for belief that we will be achieving this target. That is one thing that he has talked about. The other thing the author says is that Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has said that we will do away with the practice of reverse auctioning when companies bid to offer lowest price while awarding contracts for setting up wind up energy. Okay, what is auctioning and what is reverse auctioning? Auctioning means the buyer, they can say there are a lot of buyer and seller is one. So if there is one seller, let's say Air India is being sold by government. So different companies will come and auction for the bid. So I will be buying, I will be buying, I will be buying. But in case of reverse auctioning, actually the reverse happens. The buyer is only one. Let's say the buyer is Government of India. And there are different companies applying for it. That, okay, yes. That is called as reverse auctioning. This is how it works. So the government has said that we are not going to, we can say we'll be stopping this as reverse auctioning and all. So go and find out, read in detail why the government has said that we are doing away with this concept. Okay. Doing away means we will be stopping this practice. That's called as doing away in English. Okay. Doing away means stopping the practice. Stopping the practice from now onwards. Okay. With this practice of reverse auctioning. Okay. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? If everything is clear, guys, there's a request. Please press the like button, because we work very hard to make such content. So if you press like button and share with your friends, we'll be very happy, because if the viewership increases, we also feel happy that yes, we are working hard and you are giving us response. And please subscribe to our channel also. Yes. Okay. And yes, you keep on commenting whenever I will be asking you questions and all. Okay. Let's move on to the editorial portion. So I hope you are aware this is called as editorial. On the top here, you can find this editorial, page number 6 is written. Let's talk about top 2 articles, then second top 2. Yes. So this one are important. Here is the editorial article, which is not, letter to editor, which is not very important. So let's talk about top 2. So the top 2, the first is saying weighing in on India's investment-led revival, and another is out of bounds. These two were the articles. So let's discuss first this one. R. Nagaraj has written an article weighing in on India's investment-led revival. So basically, this is a pure economics-based article. And yes, economics is important for CLAT. If you remember CLAT 2020, they asked a question directly from the economics aspect. So please do not say that yes, you are preparing for CLAT or law entrance examination. So you can say economics will not be important. Don't say like this. Yes. So the first part he says that he is quoting Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. She said recently that India's long-term growth prospects are embedded in public capital expenditure programs. She added that an increase in public investment could crowd in private investment, thus reviving the economy. So basically what she is saying is she's talking about public investment. Whenever you use the word public investment, public capital expenditure, it means we are talking about government expenditure. So since because of COVID, lockdown, etc., you can say the economy has been affected. So there is a need that we have to start with the government expenditure first. So the government needs to invest more and more, and then it will push private investment. So this is how it will work. Private expenditure or private investment, you can say. Okay. So first government needs to do investment, and when the economy comes back on track, then private investment will happen. So this is what he has talked about. Now the next is this one. Basically, this is being talked about is that there was in history also in 1997 Asian financial crisis, or that what we call it as East Asia crisis happened actually. Okay. And after that, this author has mentioned that Atal Bihari Vajpayee led NDA government started doing government expenditure. So like, for example, public road projects. Golden Quadrilateral is the highways connecting famous cities like Delhi, Mumbai, you can say Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata and all. Then Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. So this is basically making roads in the rural areas and all. So they started doing it. The government expenditure or public investment started doing just after this 1997 Asian financial crisis, which helped in reviving the economy. Yes, that is what he has, you can say, talked about. So basically, weighing on India's investment-led revival, this is what he's talking about. Yes, and then you can read the entire, I cannot explain each and every line, but yes, the finance minister has claimed that public investment is the pivot of the ongoing investment. The recent upturn in the aggregate fixed capital formation or to GDP is positive, though the rate is still lower than its 2010. So basically saying that yes, the finance minister has talked about public investment, means government should start investing more so that it will help a private company also invest and all. So but still he is saying that if you talk about still lower, the gross fixed or aggregate fixed capital formation to GDP ratio is still not up to the 2010 mark. So basically he has given this chart. You can see in the same, yes, you can see it here. So here it is 34.3%, and still you can say if you're talking about today, it's 32.5%. So still we are not up to the mark of 2010, 11, 12 and all. So real-time fixed investment means you can understand in short that investment still is not up to this mark. That is what the author talks about. So whenever you find such term like gross capital formation, gross fixed investment, just understand that they are talking about investment. Okay. And since that is what the author has said, that yes, we are yet to reach to that point. Okay. I hope, is it crystal clear, guys? Guys, if I'm audible, if you are liking this class, please press the like button. Yes. Okay. Now, let's talk about this one, out of bounds. So this was actually an editorial from the Hindu. This is actually talking about a Supreme Court's recent judgment. Actually, what happened was Azam Khan is a very famous politician from Uttar Pradesh. You can say was granted bail by Allahabad High Court, but Allahabad High Court gave some, you can say, condition plus and all some observation also. So Supreme Court has said that struck the right note by voicing its stern disapproval of the tendency among courts to impose unusual condition for bail. So basically, unusual conditions were imposed on Azam Khan by High Court according to Supreme Court. So Supreme Court said that these conditions are not required. There is no need for such conditions. And in fact, Supreme Court has criticized the oral observation, or you can say the passing remarks of a High Court judge. See, what happened was, are you aware of this term obiter dictum? So in the same editorial, they're talking about that obiter dictum is passing reference things judge sometimes says, or what we call it as oral observation. Means it is not a written order, but sometimes judge in passing reference in the hearing says something which he should not say. He says something, that is what it says. But Supreme Court has said that obiter dictum means sometimes the oral observation is not required, or you can say in this case at least some sort of oral comments, can say which is not related with the case should be avoided. That is what he has said. Okay, say scolded lower court. No, scolding will not be the right word, because for of course High Court has also its own respect. So not you can say showing the disapproval, you can say, not scolding is a harsh word here. So that is what you can say. Okay. So that is what it was in the news. So remember the words obiter dictum and all. Yes. Now let's talk about these two articles in the editorial page. This one was talking about MC12 over its gains for the developed world, and here is a fine balance. 69th national awards have been chosen, good films that are also viable. These two articles were actually in the news. So basically, let's talk about this one, a fine balance. The 68th national awards have been chosen, good films that are also viable. So basically, I hope you are aware that recently 68th national film awards were given. Okay. And this time the best winner, or you can say best award, best feature film is Sururai Potru. Yes, here you can see, here it is. And most number of awards has been won by the same Sururai Potru. Okay, this film. Okay, then you can go and read more about the categories from best actor, actress and all. because I'm not going to explain these things. These are very, you can say, you can get it one-liner everywhere in the internet and all. Go and make notes out of it. So it was announced on 22nd July 2022. This is considered as best of Indian cinema in 2020. So basically, this was announced this year, but it is the cinema. It is talking about cinema or the films that were made in 2022. Okay. So awarded by Directorate of Film Festival, announced on 22nd July. So what is Directorate of Film Festival? It comes under which ministry? Can anyone tell me in the live chat under which ministry Directorate of Film Festival comes? Can anyone tell me? Anyone? Yes, here is Directorate of Film Festival, and it comes under Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, headquartered in Siri Fort Auditorium in New Delhi. Just be aware of it, right? Okay. Yes. So basically in the same editorial, it is being talked about that despite having COVID-19. So we are talking about the films which happened in 2020, where you must remember there was forced lockdown, COVID and all, COVID forced and all. So basically, the Union Minister of Information Broadcasting has said, even though there were COVID-19, etc. So OTT films have performed well over the top platform. I hope you are aware, like Netflix, Amazon, these are called as OTT platform, right? So that is why it was very much in the news. So that is why he has praised it, that even though we had lockdown, but still in OTT platform worked a lot. Okay, before moving on, there's a small announcement. Please download the BYJU'S exam prep app. Just to go to the Play Store and download BYJU'S exam prep app. Yes, this is the app. Grade Up is now BYJU'S exam prep. Just download it. I'm showing you why it is important. Once you download it, you will get this screen, right? This one. So when you open the app, go to the CLAT and law section. If you go to the CLAT and law section, this is what you will get, right? This is the page you will open in the app phone. So here it is general and knowledge and current affairs. Are you seeing it? Please click on it. Once you click on it, you will reach here. This is the second, I can say, screen which will open once you click on this. So once you click on this, here you will reach. And we have made a lot of videos. Some of them are in fact free available also. Please watch those videos. These videos are very high quality content and are being made not only me, which I am the teacher, but the PPT, etc. and all the entire team of BYJU'S worked very hard to come up with this content. The entire video editing, video content team, me also, and other faculties are also there. So go and watch these videos. That will be, some of them are in fact freely available also. And you can say learn about it. Yes, that is what I wanted to say. Okay, now let's talk about the next one. The same article here, you can say here it is, this one. MC12 over its gains for the developed world. I hope you are aware of this, why it was in the news. Yes. So basically, they're talking about, the author is talking about TRIPS waiver. What is TRIPS? So this is basically the trade related aspects of intellectual property rights. This is called as TRIPS. It is a agreement under WTO to protect intellectual property rights, or you can say patent rights and all, right? So like for example, patents, trademark, etc. So basically the author is talking that we had actually India and South Africa in October 2020. I mean, even before the second wave, after first wave, India and South Africa requested for temporary suspension of intellectual property rights for COVID-19 vaccine. Okay. So that is what it said, that let's say, for example, this is a Moderna vaccine being, I think it's made by a US pharmaceutical company. US pharmaceutical company, you can say, makes this Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Now, so India and South Africa were demanding its patent waiver so that this can be copied, and I mean the chemical formula, and it should spread to maximum people as much as possible because of the COVID issues and all. Yes, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is the head. Very good, Anadi Sau. Very good, awesome. Yes. So basically, that is being discussed here. But he says, the author says further that basically the rich countries, in fact, European Union and others, were not very much interested in this, and they said that in recent MC12, what is MC12 is talking about? So the ministerial conference, 12th ministerial conference recently happened. You can see from 12th to 17th June 2022. It happened at WTO, World Trade Organization headquarters in Geneva. Okay. So in this recent conference in MC12, this was being discussed, but you can understand in short, I'm not explaining in detail. You can understand in short that the effort was not very successful to get this TRIPS waiver. So there were some conditions were put in fact on this more than what was there even in the WTO rules. So basically you can say in short that the effort of TRIPS waiver was not very successful and all. Not that much successful, or you can say partially successful. Yes. So let's talk when WTO is very much in the news, where it is its headquarters. So it is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, established on 1st January 1995. And you can say 164 members are there. So just remember it, Hannah. Yes. Yes. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is the WTO head. Very good. Anadi Sahu has answered it, in fact. Very good, huh? WTO was established on 1st January 1995. Yes, Anadi, it was established on 1995, 1st January. Okay, now let's talk about these two op-ed page articles on page 7. So adding digital layers of integrity, a shot in the arm of rule of law. So this one let's discuss. So basically the author is talking about the pro-poor schemes and all in this article, Rajendra Narayan. So one thing that he has highlighted is a Manrega worker is unable, who is having a speech impediment, means the person cannot speak. Despite repeated attempts a bank to get his eKYC, was unable to access his own Manrega wages because his biometrics would not work. See, I'll give you an example why the problem arises. Let's say someone is a very poor, he is a laborer. So what happens is, if you are a laborer, then your fingerprints will be, you can say, bruised because of your hard work and all. So sometimes what happens is when a laborer gives his footprint, it does not work, right? You understand it. So sometimes even the fingerprinting, because his fingerprint has become, I can say, rubbed because of his hard work and all, does not work. And a lot of technical issues happens that even if the person is genuine, he or she does not get the salary or the amount, I can say the PDS shop, or you can say food from PDS shop, etc. because of problem of fingerprinting matching, biometric matching and all. So that is what he has highlighted it. I hope it's crystal clear. Then he has talked about integrated child development scheme launched in 1975, which was world's largest early childhood care, and which was supposed to actually supplement nutrition for children of 0 to 6 years, pregnant women, lactating mothers and all. So these things he has discussed it. Go and read it. This one is a good article. You can read about it. Now this is a shot in the arm for rule of law, written by Mr. R.K. Raghavan. He's a former IPS officer as far as I remember. So he has basically, I hope you are aware that in the recent 2-3 days back, there were articles where the former Chief Justice of India gave a speech that police is unnecessary doing arrest. In fact, he has discussed about that 80% adult trials are there. So there are cases where even arrest is not required and police is arresting it and all. And so that is why he has discussed about the same R.K. Raghavan. And he says that yes, there are cases, again, so he's talking about the criminal justice system. We need to have something, a bail act, very similar to like UK. In UK, we have something like bail act, which was in fact discussed 2 days back in editorial, 2 or 3 days back. We had discussed it, I still remember. Yes. So similarly, he says that yes, it is true. I mean, here, here in the same article, if you go down, here he has discussed about it. That what happens is sometimes the judge, the lower court judge itself give a remarks that why did you not arrest? Sometimes these two happen from the other side also. So sometimes the judge believes that might be the police is biased or something like this. So he's saying that there is another aspect also. We should not forget this aspect also. And yes, we have discussed it that the bail is rule and not a jail, except where circumstances suggest and all of fleeing from justice and all. So that is what it says. Yes. So then the next one is an article from page, you can say news page, you can say I think page number 10, I guess. Draupadi Murmu to take oath as India's 15th president of India. So please remember it. This can be a question in the examination. They will not be asking who is the new president of India because everyone can answer it. So they can be asking questions like this, that who is, she is which number of president. Okay. If you talk about it, Then some important things you should be aware that, let's say, yes, here she will be the first president of India to be born after independence. So after 15th August 1947 she was born. She is the first. She will be the first to be so. And second thing is she will be the youngest president of India. That is also very important. Then you have to understand one thing is that she is the first from tribal, or you can say first tribal president of India. That is also very important. Then you have to understand one more thing, that she will be the 10th successive president to take oath on the same 25th July. So since 1977 till now, every president is taking oath on 25th July. So she will be the 10th one in the, I can say, consecutive order, right? That is what the article says. I think, is it very much crystal clear? Okay. Yes, first tribal president and second women president. Very good, Anisha Das. So please be aware of these small facts. They can be asked in the examination. So that is why we are discussing it here. Okay, now let's talk about Ukraine set to resume grain exports and Sri Lanka's presidential secretariat set to reopen. So we have discussed it. I hope you are aware that I think 1 week or 10 days back, people stormed inside this fort and all, you can say breaking the fort, breaking many things and all. I hope you are aware of this. So it was it was a small article that now presidential secretariat will get open. Ukraine set to resume grain exports. We have discussed it yesterday also, that after an attack on Odessa port, from Odessa also, you can say Ukraine will do its export. I hope you are aware. So here is India. This one is Ukraine. Yes, here is Ukraine, and here is Black Sea. We have discussed so many times, and here you will find is Odessa port, right? So from Odessa port was attacked, I think yesterday or day before yesterday by Russia. Yes. And that is why, in fact, Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, criticized Russia and all for that. And now today onwards, from Odessa port, there will be export of food grains like wheat, sunflower and all. So that is why it was there in the newspaper. Okay. Yes. Yes, here it is. Here is Ukraine, Black Sea, here is Mediterranean Sea, here is Odessa port. Okay. Yes. Okay, so the next one is China launches second space station module, Wenxian, to host space for experiments, serve as short-term living quarters. See, I hope you are aware of something called as Tiangong space station. Like NASA and other agencies has launched International Space Station. Very similar to it, China will be launching Tiangong space station. So these are some of the, you can say, launch satellites. So the second one is Wenxian. You can see 24th July 2022. Yesterday it was launched, and that is what is being discussed here. Wenxian to host a space for experiments and also. This is the satellite. Okay, so part by part it will be sending the parts, and once it is done, here it is. You can see this image of, you can see the final when all the, you can say, satellites would reach, they would assemble there, and it will be like this. Okay, so the second satellite has been sent, Wenxian. Okay. And that is being discussed here. So go and read more about it. So Tiangong is a space station being constructed by China in low Earth orbit between 340 to 350 kilometer. So it is in a process to be built. I think in few years it will come up with this. Okay. Okay. So guys, we are launching a new batch. It will be launched on 29th July. So you can start watching our classes. 200 plus live session, 330 plus recorded video, 45 marks. 9,000 plus practice section, monthly GK, etc. there. These are our, you can say, successful students. You can see these are our students. So this is all about today's class. Thank you everyone. Guys, please press the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.